Hello everyone. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to manage your tasks using the Construe software. So you'll log into your account, and in the main page you click on your project, and in the sidebar you click on tasks, and here you have a list of all the tasks that you're going to work on. Right now there is only one task, so we're going to add a new task. So you click on add a new task, and then you have to choose a title for your task. Let's say prepare land for foundation. Completeness 0, we haven't done anything about the task, so right now it's at 0%. And you briefly introduce your task by giving a few details. For example, removing trash from the construction site and preparing the soil for concrete foundation. Just briefly introduce the task, and then assign a code for your task for easier management. And you can choose 3 types of priority for your task: priority 1, 2, and 3, depending on how important the task is and how soon you want it to be finished. Let's say it's a priority 1 type of task. It's an important task. And you choose a starting date and an ending date. Starting date right now, and let's say an ending date is 3 days from now. And in this part, you can add plans and people to your task. So from the plans that you've already entered into your account and in the project, you can click on the plus icon, and here you can choose among the plans that you have which ones are related to this task. So let's say it's the structural plan and the architectural plan. These are related to the task, so everyone who is assigned to this task and everyone who is involved in this work, they can access this part and they can see the plans for their job. And people. So among all of the crew and the members that you have in your project that you've added earlier, again, you click on the plus icon, and here is a list of all the crew, and you can choose among them the people that you want this task to be assigned to. Let's say Andrew and Megan. These 2 people are going to be working on this task, and we create the task. So as you can see, the task is added to the list. And we have 3 types of view that you can see your list. This is a list. This is a calendar view, which you can see the task based on their dates. For example, if you click on any specific date, 23rd of February, you can see there are 2 active tasks. If you go to 26th, there is only 1 active task. And if you go to 27, all the tasks are done by then, so there is no active task. Also, we have the Gantt chart view, so you can view it in this way as well. Now, let's click on our task, preparing land for foundation, and we're going to manage the task. Here you can see 6 different parts: plans, people. We already added plans and people, so if you want to remove a plan or if you want to add a new plan, you can do it from here. The same is true for people. If you want to remove someone from the task or if you want to add new people to the task, you can do it from here. A very important point is about risk and safety. We have already added risk and safety tips to our project and to our account, and what we want to do is to assign these risk and safety tips to this specific task. So in the risk part, in the risk section, let's add a risk, and you can choose among the risks that you've already added to this project that which ones are important for this task. Let's say we have weather risk for this specific task. We add it. So in this way, everyone who is involved in the task, when they view this page, they know that there are going to be weather conditions when they are working on the task, so they should be prepared. And the same is true for safety. We add safety, and from the safety tips that we've already added to the project, we can choose fall protection and safety footwear regulations because they're going to be working on the ground. Let's say safety footwear regulations. So again, they can view the tips and know what to do and what not to do when they're working on the task. Now, these two important sections I'm going to be describing for you, material and labor. They're important because we use them for cost control and for estimating the project and for managing the project, basically. So for material, we're going to assign the type of material we need to complete this task. Let's add new material. Among all the materials that we've already added to our project, we can choose which ones are related to this task. So let's say 1.5 inch aggregate sub base. We need 75 pieces, $14 per piece, and we add the material to our task. So here you get an estimate of the amount of money you need for this material. Now, when the job is finished and the task is completed, you can get back here, click on Edit. You can see there is a new option, which is the final price. So let's say the final price was $1,200. You update. So you can compare the final price with the estimated price. So in this way, you know that, for example, it got more expensive, and you can compare these two amounts together. Also for labor, you can add the labor class. What type of skills and labors do we need for this task to be completed? Let's add a labor class. Do we need a carpenter? Do we need a mason? Let's say we need a mason for this job. The skill duration again, let's say 75 hours, $57 per hour, not day, per hour, and add. Again, you get an estimate of the amount of money you need for this labor in this duration. And when the task is completed, you can come back here, click on Edit, and put in the final price that you paid for this labor. Let's say the job was done earlier, it was more easily done, so you paid $3,800 instead of $4,000. And in this way, you can compare the estimated amount with the final price. Another part or another section in this page is here where you can communicate with your crew or with your members. Here you can send messages. They can read these messages on their phones, whether it's an Android or iOS, and they can reply, and you can have a conversation going on as you're working on the task. So let's send a message. So here, as you can see, we send a message and everyone could see the message and they can reply. And whenever they have a question, they can come here and ask their question. And you, as the project manager or as the admin, you can just reply to their question and you can be in active communication with each other. And another option that you have is, well, as you're working on the project and as you progress, you have to put in your progress. So let's say you've done 50% of the job. So you add 50%, now we're halfway through. And basically this is all you have to do in order to manage your projects. And it's as easy as that. Also, when you come back to your task list, you can see all your tasks here, and you can see this is a list of all of your tasks. Now you can choose based on, for example, priority. We have two types of priority 1 task. There's no priority 2 or priority 3. You can see what type of overdue tasks you have. So if there's a task that it should have been done earlier, but it's not completed yet, you can see it in this list. If there is a task that has to be done today, it's in due today. The tasks that are in progress, the tasks that are completed, all of them you can see here. So they are categorized more easily for you. And this is how you manage your tasks using the Construe software.
Construe construction management software.